right, well, Cleveland is invited to spread your wings to celebrate Eagle Weekend in the Metroparks.
Carly Martin joining us today in the Metroparks, talk about the local eagle population, how we can support these beautiful birds of prey, and you've already seen a bunch.
Yeah, thank you for having me. We were out, some naturalists were out this last week, and we saw 8 one day and 7 another day.
Wow.
So they're starting to congregate on the river, which is what we expect this time of year. And that's why we put Bald Eagle Weekend right here in the beginning of December every year.
And they eat a lot in that river, right?
That's the thing, is that part of the Cuyahoga is full of fish. It's a great place for them to feed, to gather together. And then we've got the park giving green space, you know, buffering on each side. Right. So they love it there.
Protected there.
Yeah.
You said you saw 12 at one point.
A few years ago, we saw 12 just right at one place in the river at one time. So sometimes when you're hiking, you don't know if you've seen the same eagle 3 times, but when they're all sitting still, you can count them for sure.
They don't have name tags.
They don't. You know, you can sort of tell what age they are based on their feathering. They don't get that classic pure white head till they're 5 years old. So if they're younger than 5, you can sometimes tell them apart.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, they're stunning. Talk about what their nests look like. I mean, they're giant. I remember the first time I saw one, I just couldn't believe it. They look like a big king-size mattress up in a tree.
Exactly. So they can be 6 to 8 feet across. And then it's really common for them to be that deep, and there's some have been like 15 feet deep. They add to them every year, so they get taller and taller and taller. They're massive.
Do the same eagles go back to that nest, or is it kind of like a free-for-all, whoever gets there first?
For the most part, it would be the same eagles. And if something happened to one of them, another partner might come in, and so there could be a little bit of rotation. But for the most part, it's sort of like property ownership. You own your territory, you own your nest, and they stay there. And that's why most of the year, we only see the pair that lives in the nest that we have on the Cuyahoga River. But this time of the year, they're not territorial. They let other eagles in, and that's why the numbers go up, up, up.
That's wild.
And this is a great opportunity for people to come by, work with a naturalist, and kind of be able to walk around and see, you know, what you might not normally be able to see, you know, based on yourself.
Most of the year we can't see the nest just because of the leaves on the trees. So about Thanksgiving, it opens up and we get a great view, and we'll be able to see the nest usually just until the first baby's heads pop over the edge in the spring. The leaves come out, and what happens in the summer is a mystery.
Wow. And you can go on a hike. We're looking at a nest here. This is a giant nest. It's hard to tell in this perspective here, but you guys know what you're looking for. So it's so nice to be able to go with the specialists who
we do hikes down to the nest. We also take vans down to the nest, so you can book a van tour and get a ride down there, which is kind of nice. Yeah. And we see them sitting along the river on the way, and then we stop at the nest. We've got scopes on it so you can get a good close-up view. We'll tell you what we're looking at. We'll have binoculars. It's a great time.
Well, of course, this is Bald Eagle Weekend, and the encounters are going on 10 to 3, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And again, nearly all the activities are free, too. We're talking about the Sunrise Van Tour. That's what you mentioned, the Bald Eagle Encounter, your hike to the Eagle's Nest. The weather looks a little bit better for the weekend, so maybe a hike would be okay if you're up to it. But
it's a fine eagle. It's fine eagle weather, right?
Yeah.
As long as the river's open, it's not iced over, they're going to be there picking out the fish and just making our view spectacular.
That's amazing. And there's going to be a rescued bald eagle too. I understand that you can actually get up close and personal and look at it.
Raptor Hollow is bringing a live eagle on Saturday from noon to 3, and Lake Metroparks is bringing their rescued eagle on Sunday from 1 to 2. So people can stop by and you know, see them up close, get a picture, you know, talk to us. We're going to build a life-sized eagle nest out of pool noodles. That'll be pretty fun. I figure you can have a seat in it, get your picture taken, and help weave in the noodles. It'll be fun.
We just got a couple seconds. What's like a fun fact that you like to throw out when you're doing these eagle tours?
Being an eagle is hard, and so they don't really act like adults till they're 5 or 6 years old. And this time of year on the river, a lot of times the young ones are having like a singles meetup and meeting each other, getting ready to pair bond with another eagle and start a new nest. So I always like to say it's like a dating scene down there this time of year on the river. That's kind of cool.
I love that. So they could look like hawks almost, right? Because you said they don't have the
So they're huge. Like? They're much larger than hawks. But you're right. They can be all brown or a mottled mix of brown and white. And sort of the older they are, the more white they have on their head. But so the first years are all brown, and then it gradually whitens till
it's like
through 5 years.
At the dance, do the ladies go on one side and the boy eagles go on the other?
We cannot tell the difference.
Each other out?
Okay.
We would need a medical exam to tell the difference. So we'll love them all.
Oh, Carly,
that's awesome.
Thank you
Carly,
for being
thanks.
here
Good to see you.
today.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Oh, of course.